think about all the things I had. I think about all the things I got, and I got to say that I'm grateful for the things I had, and that I'm grateful for the things I got, and that's cool with me. I look at clouds and the dreams I had. I look at time and the
Alright, this New Era 2020 vision. We got RappaHeartless in the building.
Yes, sir. We in here.
He got some things he want to get off his chest. Actually, I've been waiting on this one.
You already know.
He said he got some heavy things he trying to get off.
You already know.
Alright, let's jump to the shit. What's up, man? What's good? What you trying to...
Much, man. I'm just blessed, man. Blessed to be here. Blessed to be able to observe my surroundings and just, you know, give my presence to the world. You feel me? You know, so it's real smooth, man. Just a real smooth place to be at. Back in Chicago for a little minute. Give my OG a kidney in 2 days. October 3rd. Not sure when y'all gonna get this, but by then, man, I'll be in recovery when y'all see this. So that's a blessing in itself. You feel me? But for the most part, man, everything going well as usual, according to plan.
Okay. So, as far as this kidney process, like, is there anything like this gonna affect you far for this year, like as far for your career?
I mean, like they was trying to tell me I wouldn't be able to box and all that no more, but ain't none of that gonna stop me. You feel me? They gonna take the kidney from me, and then it takes 6 weeks to fully recover. And then after that, man, I should be in good shape. I done talked to a few people who done donated around my age, and they said it really ain't shit. Like, they said it's cool. You know, you gonna feel a little discomfort. I'm a type of guy, I don't really take medicine like that. I'm all about natural stuff. So,
True that.
yeah, you know, I just don't believe it's gonna benefit me. Like, it's just temporary source of pain. So, you know, I'm just tough it through. Like, you know, I got a high pain tolerance. And once it's over with, man, I'm going to be stronger than before. So looking forward to that recovery time. But most importantly, it ain't about me. It's about saving my mom. So it don't matter how I feel in the process. As long as she good, I'm good. You know, so we going to be straight regardless. And my career is not going to change. It's going to get even better. Even if I'm just sitting at the crib and I'm analyzing business plans or writing music, I'm going to get some things done. Because I got a lot of stuff I got to do in 2020.
All right, that's a noble thing. Doing your healing process, what are you gonna be doing? Like, I know you got a lot of free time, like you can't really move around too much. Right. So you're gonna be writing, what you gonna be doing? You got an album coming out, what's good?
Yeah, so I'm gonna be writing like crazy. Like, recently I've been in this mind state, like, I just need to be by myself in an enclosed box. Like, you know, because I feel like a lot of people, they can't think like me. And they not me, so I feel like I'm the only person who could develop the things that I want to do correctly. And not saying that I don't seek advice, but I feel like amongst my peers that I'm on this higher tier of a level that some of my peers are not even thinking at yet. So what I'm going to be doing, I'm going to be literally developing my final touches of my blueprint for this business I got coming soon. I never told too many people this, so this is an exclusive to you. I'm going to be opening up my boxing and martial arts gym next year. Maybe it's going to be between like October, September-ish. But right now I got the blueprint set up. I got everything designed how I want it to be. And it's going to be a dope experience. I'm going to hire coaches. I'm going to have like a full staff of like different instructors of all different styles, such as jiu-jitsu, Muay Thai, Shotokan karate, boxing. Like, we're gonna have it all in there, and we're gonna bring that together. So I'll be focusing on that. I also will be working on my new album called Hear Me Out, and I'll be talking to y'all about that in a few minutes. And other than that, I'm just gonna be perfecting my craft and continuing writing music over and over and over again. And you can't never stop writing, because it's gonna help you in the long run. Because your wordplay gotta enhance. It can't stay the same. You gotta take yourself out of your comfort zone and feel uncomfortable to feel comfortable in every scenario. So that's what I'm gonna be focusing on. And by the time November or December come around, it's a done deal. It's a done deal. I'm just sitting patiently, just taking my time.
Okay, let's get into the new album. You know, to Hear Me Out. Let's get into it.
Man. So, like, at first, like, Robin Hood was my latest album. Y'all could check that out. I was satisfied with that. That's pretty cool. But Hear Me Out is a whole different side of me. I always felt like since I was a kid, like I'm talking about a young kid, like almost like from what I could remember, like 5 years old and above, I always felt like I was like the outcast and people never wanted to hear me out. So an example I can give you, you will have scenarios even sometimes now. I'll be around a lot of people and what will happen, you'll have people discussing on networking about what they do and things like that, or how they doing or how they feel, but they never check up on you or they never ask, what do you do? You know what I'm saying? So I'll always be in a situation where people that I be around, they will always either think about themselves or they would never fully like talk to me and see like, yo, what this dude got to bring to the table, what he want to do, or just hear him out. Maybe he got some truth to say. It's never been like that. I always have to fight my way through the door, pretty much. Even with anything I put my mind to, like everything that I did outside of the box, I always got people doubting me, or like if I gotta push something back, like somebody want to say something crazy, like oh it's not okay for me to do something or push something back, but it's okay for you to do it. So I always felt like when it comes to me, the world is always against me. Like if they waiting for me to fail, they waiting for me to make a mistake, and when I do make those mistakes, I always clarify what I did, or if I did make a mistake, I own up to it because I'm a man. And a lot of people can't do that, but still, here comes the haters, or here comes the part of where you're a contradiction, and they want to call you out on it, but they don't want to hear your perception of what's going on. So, Hear Me Out will be talking about things like that, and it's basically gonna give y'all a chance to actually hear me out, like hear what I gotta say, hear what I've seen, what I've done, and it ain't even always about the streets. Everybody always think when, oh yeah, what he's seen, what he done is always going to relate to the streets. It ain't always going to relate to that, because you got to think out of that box of the hood. You know what I'm saying? It's more to the world than just the street. And I'm going to be talking about the business, how I got into being an entrepreneur at a young age, what made me interested in it, how I grew up, my upbringing. Like I'm going to be talking about things about my father when he was in and out of jail, how that affected me. How I got a lot of respect for him in the long run. Talk about my mom, how she used to literally, like, man, hustle at work to provide food for me and my little brother. I'm gonna be talking about all types of stuff. So it's gonna be a mix of everything. It's gonna be like, if you wanted to look at it like this, you could just say, look, it's gonna be between the book smart and the street smart, and you putting both of those together. Because that's how my mom and my father was. You had the book smart and you got the street smarts, and and that's where I come from. I come from both sides. So I feel like this album is gonna be able to present itself in a way that a lot of projects haven't, and I'll be able to express how my life transitioned into forming who I am today. So that's gonna be a great album, and I'm thinking probably maybe about 14, 15 songs. And Robin Hood was a solo project. It was just me. I felt like I didn't need features. This project I might have just a couple, no more than 5, and that'll be it.
Can you name like one of the features gonna be on the album?
Yeah, definitely, man. So I always gotta put my boy Johnny Cartel on there. That's literally my blood from the beginning. We started this together, so I gotta have him on the project for sure. I'm gonna have multiple people on the project. I don't want to say too many names because I might change them. But he one of the people that's guaranteed that's going on there, and you definitely gonna be able to experience a lot of vocalists, and all my beats are made from scratch. And shout out to my beat producer Wave God. He made my entire album. All the beats I got so far is they amazing. He made half of my last album and a couple tracks from my previous project. So, we definitely got some work coming, and I'm extremely confident in it. Extremely confident in everything I do,
I know you was telling me you been having little confrontations
Like what? Way back when, or now?
Probably this year.
Yeah, man. See, the crazy thing is, man, is that people gonna wanna they're gonna wanna break you, and if you let them break you, you know what I'm saying. I mean, I call that a soft-hearted person, but I ain't that person, man. I already been through that lane, like, when I was a shorty. Like, I ain't finna let nobody push me over or talk crazy to me. I'm a type of guy where if you feel the need to disrespect me, I mean, you gotta step up to me as a man first. And that's how I look at it. Come to me as a man and talk to me. Don't do this behind my back, or don't tell somebody else this and they relay the message. Talk to me. And that's when I'm realizing that when it comes to our generation, like, we so computerized that it's all on social media. In social media, you'll have people, they sneak this or call themselves exposing. Not saying it's ever happened to me, but I see it happening among my peers on a regular basis. I'm like, man, why are y'all putting this on here when you could just literally have a simple conversation to resolve that issue with that person? And that's just how I feel, man. If I really don't like you, or I really have a serious problem with you where it's affecting my, like, the way I feel, or my vibe, I gotta say something or I gotta cut ties. So what I've been doing, I've just been in a positive mind state these past few years, and like, if I got a crazy vibe about something, I gotta shy away from it. I gotta separate myself, and then I just gotta let it go, because I feel like if I'm not happy in any situation, I gotta remove myself, or I'm gonna talk it out with you first, because hiding behind the shadow and just deleting somebody or, like, out your life is the easy way out. I want to hear what you gotta say. Like, I want to talk to you straight up, like, yo, this is how I feel. You know what I'm saying? Or this how I feel like it's coming. Like, this what I feel like what's going on. Like, I hit up all my friends before, in a situation, like, a lot of my friends, people don't even know this, a lot of my friends ain't even met my kids yet. You feel me? And I'm like, that's crazy. Like, if something happened to me today, I can't even rely on y'all to be there for my children. You feel me? Like,
yeah, that's crazy.
That's crazy.
Hey, that just hit home when you said that. I was just like, damn.
Yeah, you think about it, like, these people, they ain't even seen your children, man. Like, they don't even know your kids' names, some of them. Like, or like, it takes for you to say something to them for them to acknowledge your own children. And when I think about that stuff, I'm like, man, like, I feel I feel like I'm in this alone. Like literally alone. Like, I'm in a world with just people. Like, and you could consider all those people robots, because they all want to do what other people want to do, or they all want to present an idea that somebody else brought. So, like, I've always been that guy that I just want to present, like, something new. And even if it's hard, like, it's almost an impossible, I'm still going to try it, because I feel like I am the impossible. So, it ain't that I have confrontations with pretty much anybody. It's the fact of self-doubt. And when people have self-doubt of you, they want to try to make you feel like they want to try to present an issue to you and try to get under your skin. And when you don't let it happen, that puts them on fire. And, like, that's just something you gotta, like, literally learn how to do, because it is hard. Like, if you're a guy, like, that's used to acknowledging these type of problems, like, man, it gets tough on people. But for me, like, I got a crazy mental, like, Wi-Fi, I tell you, man, I used to be in high school going crazy, man. I ain't having that, like, you know what I'm saying? But it took a long time to get to that weight. And a lot of my friends, like, literally a lot of them that I met in college, they don't know that side of me at all. So some of them, like, all right, cool, we'll talk and all that. They don't even know what I could do to somebody. They ain't never seen me before. And I be trying to warn them, like, dude, this ain't a game. But some of them laugh like it's a game. And I'm like, all right, cool. I pray to God I don't ever got to go that way, because I feel like I shied away from that style. But I'm all about positivity, though. Like, and if it ain't right, if it don't make sense, I don't want nothing to do with it. So, I try to avoid all that as much as possible.
All right, to a more positive note, how did you get into the t-shirt business?
Man, like, it's crazy. Like, I even from, like, a shorty, man, like, I always like designs and clothes, and I always want to know, how do they make that stuff? And I'm like, man, how do they do this? And as I got a little older, I tried to get my own press before, like, when I was, like, 15. And I had a little press, but I didn't understand how it worked. So everything I created was just destroying and overheating and burning up, all types of stuff. But the thing was, over time, when I got to college and I discovered my business and things like that, Heartless Productions, right before I got to college. I was like, man, I gotta start investing in it somehow, and I need shirts, like so people could see my actual design. And I go to the malls to get shirts made and things like that. I'm like, man, these prices don't sound right to me. Like I feel like they making extra profit, which is fine. You know, you're a business, you supposed to make that money. But I was feeling like, if they doing this like this, why can't I do it? I mean, I feel like you should be the jack of all trades. You should be able to do multiple things. And for me, that's one thing I wanted to learn how to do. And I literally slowly did research. I would go to places. I would just look around, explore things like vinyl cutters. You all could look that up and see what that is. That's how you actually cut up the material to form what you're actually trying to put on the shirt. I didn't know what that was called. Nobody would tell me. I was like, man, so how do you do this? Oh, there's multiple. Or they will never tell you exactly what it is. I'm seeing this clear paper, and I'm like, so what's this clear paper y'all use? Is this silhouette? What is this? They would never tell me. I don't care where I went. They would never reveal the secret. Man, I'm doing research, until one day, man, boom, I had it all together. I ended up getting all the merchandise and and the material and things like that. And I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna try it out, and I have to continue to learn, and perfect it. You know, it takes time, but you know, as you all know, that if you really want to do something, you gotta put the time in and learn how to do it, because knowledge is everything. And I just put the time into it, and now I got a decent fan base with the T-shirts. Like I at least have 5 people hit me up a week for T-shirts, and when I say 5 people. Like, I'm not talking about, like, 5 people's in small orders, 1 or 2 shirts. I do bulk orders, like big bulk orders. And, like, you know, some of these people, they give me permission to post their stuff, and some, they have a consent to where they don't want their stuff to be shown. So I'm not able to show a lot of that on my Instagram or Facebook, things like that. So I always show the smaller orders. But yeah, man, it's a good investment, and I'm looking forward to literally like getting into sublimation, screen printing, and things like that. And that's gonna be crazy. That's gonna be crazy. I'm gonna need a whole staff for that one, because that's gonna be tough to do by myself. But yeah, it's all coming together though.
All right, so tell me about your reptile channel. I know you got a reptile channel, and I don't. There's not a lot of niggas with alligators. Where I'm from, like it's not. Over here in Chicago, like, it's not a lot of niggas with alligators.
Look, man, it's been a crazy journey, man. Ever since, like, man, I'm telling you, ever since I was born, I've been into animals. Like, growing up in Mudville, if y'all know what that is, Robbins, I'm, like, literally in the back of my grandma's house, like, putting plywood on the grass, leaving it outside for days, and I'll come back under there. You see all these snakes under there, garter snakes and things like that. And all I would do was literally pick them up, and I put them in tanks, and I try to feed them and things like that. And sometimes it'll be a lot of different animals all around the house, and I will always try to set traps to get them. Not try to kill them or nothing, but try to see how they operate, how to nurse them and things like that. Same with dogs, all types of stuff. That just was me. So one of my biggest inspirations in the animal community, like, you know, was Jeff Corrin and Steve Irwin. And they both, man, was like basically a major influence on me in terms of reptiles. Because I'm like, man, this is crazy. Like, I don't know what the fascination was, but it almost felt like, man, like, I don't know, I just always wanted some nice pets like that. And want to take care of like all these different types of animals and things like that. But my reptile channel is called Raas Reptiles, RAAS Reptiles. It's going to be at the bottom of this this video. And I literally have a dwarf caiman, and what those are, they basically stunted. They're not stunted growth. They're a rare species of the crocodilian species that only get to about 4 to 5 feet long, and that's still big to a human when you're carrying them. Like you know, you looking at it like this, but you got to build your own enclosures and things like that. I also have a bearded dragon, a doe bearded dragon. He's cool. Leopard gecko, ball pythons, American alligator, and then I'm working on some more ball pythons and things like that, because I'm all into the different morphs and stuff like that. But, you know, it's real cool, though. For a lot of people, that ain't for them. I mean, I think I'm the only dude in that I grew up with who was into stuff like that. My mom and them thought I was crazy. Like my grandma and them like, yo, you ain't bringing this in the crib. Like I'm having to put this behind the garage. Like I'm buying fish tanks from the juice sale, which is like a flea market, and putting all these snakes in there, man, making them eat food. Then you get bit and stuff. Like man, it's a lot of work, but it's very interesting though. It's very interesting. I'm very bonded with all of my animals, including my dogs and things like that, because I look at them. I look at all animals like they all got feelings. I know it sounds crazy to some of y'all, but it's like to me, to be real with y'all, some of these animals, they'll be there for you. They'll be there for you way more than your actual humans around you, your own friends. For real. Like I used to have my dog. I named my channel after Ross. Man, he was a killer, man. Like he would, no matter what, he would be there by your side, no matter what. It was nothing that would stop him from protecting you or my kids or whatever. And the same with my other dog, Poppy, that I got right now. He ain't having none of that. He ain't having none of that. And they all loyal. You know, your animal's gonna be completely loyal to you. And like sometimes, man, they could be there for you too in weird ways. It's crazy. Like sometimes you need comfort, and your animals are the ones that bring that to you. Something that a human can't. It's crazy. I know it sounds crazy, but some of y'all will get it though.
You was dropping a freestyle every Friday.
Right.
And you say you was gonna do this every Friday, but you stopped. Why you stopped?
Man, it's like I realized that the motivation wasn't there no more. Not in terms of just in terms of freestyling and things like that, but I felt like man, I feel like I'm proving myself, and I don't need to prove myself. Like people, I had a freestyle that I put out. Which one was that? It was to the Duffy freestyle by Drake when he dissed Pusha T. I put that freestyle out, and I knew what I was doing. And I talked to a couple friends about it. And I'm like, man, I got this Duffy freestyle. Like it's actually decent. Check it out, you know. And when I put it out, you got all these people like, dude, I didn't even know your lyrics like this. Your lyricism is off the chart. Like, man, like it's like this and that. And I'm looking at these fools or looking at the messages like, is you crazy, man? I always had this. Like even when I was younger, although like my delivery needed help, and later in time it presented itself, but I always had those metaphors and lyricism there. So what I was doing when I did that Duffy freestyle, and I was getting a good feedback off of it like that, I'm like, man, I feel like I'm trying to prove